what the outcome was Thursday night over there, that, we advanced with ease. But, I can go back to my senior year in high school. We played Lanesville Friday night, or makeup game, on a Tuesday night of last week of the regular season, and went over there and beat them by 38. Played them first round sectional, and they beat us in overtime. So, anything can happen. It's survive and advance at this point.
Well, I was thinking about today, back in 17 when we went on that long run and eventual state champions, we played Paoli the week before, and I think we beat them by almost 30, and then turned around, and that was the closest game that we played in the entire tourney run. I think we won by 3 down there at Providence over them, and they give us a really big scare down there. So, to your point, anything can happen tonight. We still got to show up and play. Coach Guernsey's done a really nice job over this program. I know she's going to continue to stick with it. She's got some girls coming up there, and I know she's committed to it. But the one thing I can tell her is keep plugging away and keep interest in it, and the girls will show up and play for you. But like you said, Mikey, with 50-18 final score, I think we put 41 up on them in the first half the other night over at Henryville on Thursday night, and did just kind of laid back off of them. Didn't want to make it any worse than it needed to be. The ball game was decided at that point, and I think it was an opportunity for Coach McBride to get some other players in that don't normally get to play a whole lot.
Yeah, at that point you want the game to be over with and hope you get out of there healthy and you can move on to the next one.
Well, the Musketeers take the floor here. Other sectional action tonight, Mikey. I believe a big time game down at North Harrison tonight. I believe Charlestown will play Crawford, and then Salem will get the eventual winner of that. But that's a tough sectional down there. So nothing easy out of that one down there.
No, and I think North Harrison was thinking they were going to have Saunders, and they wanted to host sectional. And then she, commits somewhere and decides to be done at semester break, and they've kind of hit a slide. But you look at Silver Creek, Charlestown, Crawford, Salem. That's a sectional you don't want to be a part of, in my opinion. Fans, you want to be there, but as a coach, you're going to be pulling your hair out that whole week.
Well, I've got a question for you. As a coach, and the coaching you've done on both the boys and the girls side, just playing this Henryville team on Thursday, the outcome that you have, what's your message to your team tonight when you come out here to play? What do you want to accomplish right here out of the gate?
Well, first things first is you got to have a quick start. You've got to send the message from the get-go that we're taking care of business. We're wanting to advance. If the longer you let them hang around and you just kind of think you're going to win, the more confidence they're going to get, the more trouble you're going to be in towards the end, because you're going to give them an opportunity to win. But, the biggest thing coming away tonight is you want to get out early and then, be able to work on some things that you might use down the road.
So the winner of this game, Mikey, will play Providence on Friday evening, and then our second game tonight will be Austin and Clarksville, and they will play Crawford County in the second semifinal Friday night. The Crawford County Austin game should be a good one to watch. But we got
there you are. You already advanced at Austin.
We got about 3 seconds to go here before we hit the national anthem, so we'll take this opportunity to step away, hear a word from our sponsors. But you're listening to Sectional 46 and Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute. Hey.
This is Taylor from John Jones Auto Group. We have some amazing deals this month at all of our GM service centers. This month, there are mail-in rebates on most all basic maintenance items, including batteries, engine air filters, cabin air filters, and brakes. The Hurry In, the special ends February 28th. Call us at 1-800-473-5546 or come see us at any of our 3 GM locations in Salem, Scottsburg, or Crawford.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many, so they pay so little. This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Caleb Hoare over at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. We're going into February, and us here at John Jones have some sweetheart deals for you as customers. We've got over 75 trucks on the lot between our auto group, as well as many more new vehicles coming in from Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac. Also, feel free to check out our Chrysler inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com, where you can find several Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, among other models along our pre-owned category. Or give us a call at 877-473-5546.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little.
All right, welcome back to Crawford County High School here as we get introduction of both rosters here tonight. And Mikey will run through those here for both teams. First, for the Henryville Hornets, number 11, Chloe Hunter. Number 13, Ellie Llewellyn. Number 23, Hillary White. Number 25, Bria Teakin. Number 31, Alexis Marion. Number 33, Caitlin D'Angelo. Number 35, Miley Markham. 41, Mary Crick. 45, Mackenzie Jackson. And 51, Allie McCaffey. For the Musketeers, 0, Kylie Bass. 10, Elizabeth Trueblood. 12, Ava Sider. 14, Gracie McBride. 20, McKenna Jeter. 22, Gracie Lewis. 24, Madeline Llewellyn. 30, Sydney Patton. 32, Christina Knight. 34, Bracy Jackson. 40, Kaya McKinley. 42, Kayla McKinley. 44, Anna Trueblood. 52, Emma Dean. So the starters for the Henryville Hornets, they'll go with a 5'7" freshman, number 11, Chloe Hunter. 5'4", sophomore, number 23, Hillary White. 5'5", sophomore, 31, Alexis Marion. 5'10", senior, number 33, Caitlin D'Angelo. And another freshman, 5'8", number 35, Miley Markham. For the Musketeers, they'll go with a 5'9", junior, number 12, Ava Souter. 5'4", senior, number 20, McKenna Jeter. 5'8", junior, number 24, Madeline Llewellyn. 5'5", senior, number 32, Christina Knight. And a 5'11", junior, number 40, Kaya McKinley. Well, there's the rosters and lineups for both teams here, Mikey. And, I knew that they started 2 freshmen. Haven't seen them play. I guess they're going to be pretty good players down the road here for Henryville.
Yeah.
Guernsey.
And, you can tell it's a Tuesday night first game, not a big crowd here. Musketeers got a decent crowd for a 6 o'clock Tuesday night game, so.
Yeah, not much. It's definitely not standing room only.
No. It'll be a lot busier and fuller come championship night.
So Jeter and Markham set to tip it off here. Ball's up and controlled by Henryville. Ball comes off to number 23, White. Back out top to number 11, Carter. Now here's White. Markham out top. She'll reverse dribble. Back to White. White will let a long 3 go. No good. Rebounded by Madeline Llewellyn. Gets it off to Jeter now. Jeter across the timeline. Left side, Madeline. Now baseline to Ava. Down low to Kai McKinley. McKinley goes to work. She goes up with the shot, gets fouled by Markham, and will go to the line to shoot two. But she's kind of made a living there at that free throw line this year.
She has. And I haven't figured out. I mean, I'm not the brightest coach around, but why are you not going to take her left hand away? It's like Trace Jackson Davis. You take his left hand away, he can't do nothing.
First free throw by McKinley is good. So with 7:20 to go here in the first quarter, Musketeers are first on the board, 1-0. McKinley, one more coming to her. She eyes it. It's on the way, and no good. Rebounded by Markham. Markham will clear it off to White.
Henryville's going to want to keep this game 20s, low 30s to give them an opportunity.
Yeah.
As you can tell, they're in no hurry to score.
Now we're out top to Harder. Harder down the middle of the lane. Got away for travel. Now Markham. Markham on the right wing. Now to White. Back out top to Harder. Harder will hand off to Markham. Out top to Marion. Marion now to Markham. To D'Angelo. D'Angelo going to get called for a travel. Good thought there. She was looking for and going back door there, but we had her covered pretty good there.
Yeah.
1-0, 6:41 to go in the first. Souter, right side of Christina, back out top to Manuel, left side to Jeter. Jeter now dribbles back out top, tries to go to the high post. Davis Souter and turns the ball over. Henryville clears it off to Harder. Harder will get across the timeline. Being guarded by Jeter. Jeter right side now to White. White stolen away by Ava Souter. Souter on a breakaway, lays it over top of the rim and got it. 3-0. Now Musketeers showing pressure. Got to be quicker to get up there, don't we, Mikey?
Yeah. And they're doing something they don't normally do. I mean, this just ain't typical. Us pressing and tapping and stuff like that.
There's Markham. Going to draw a foul. Markham, one of the freshmen that starts for Henryville. So that's two coming to her, 5:50 to go in the first. She lets the first one go, and no good.
Need a little arch on that.
Yeah.
It's flat. They give us the opportunity to go in there.
Markham eyes the second one. It's on the way, and no good. Rebounded by Ava Souter. Off to Jeter, up ahead to Knight. Knight in from the right side, lays it off the glass, no good. Rebounded out there by Markham. Markham. Right side now to Marion. Marion drives to the baseline. Now it's going to back it back out. Out top to White. White now. Strong pressure ball taken away by Jeter. Jeter on a run out from the right side. Lays it off the glass and got it. 5-0 Musketeers. D'Angelo back to White. Now they throws it straight ahead to D'Angelo. She wasn't looking. Throws it out of bounds. Turnover Henryville. So back to the Musketeers with 5 minutes to go. Left side to Llewellyn. Out top to Ava. Now Christina. Right side to Jeter. Jeter now slides it back out top. Gives it to Llewellyn. Now back to Jeter. Jeter's going to let three go. No good. Rebounded there. Tapped away. Thrown out of there by Jeter. Now here's Llewellyn. Now Christina. Christina on the left side. Cross court to Jeter. Jeter drives down the middle. Pulls up for a 15-footer. No good. Llewellyn with another rebound. Back to Christina Knight. Cross court to Jeter. Down low to Ava Souter. Souter up with the right hand. No good. Gets her own rebound. Back to Knight. She'll let three go. No good. And Markham gets the rebound, but lets it fall out of bounds back to the Musketeers. Gracie Lewis checks in, replace McKenna Jeter. Ava Souter inbound underneath her own basket for the Musketeers, gets it into Kai McKinley. McKinley out top to Christina, left side to Madeline. Down low to Ava. Ava tries to dump it down to Kai, and she was covered up.
Yeah, she didn't even look at the rim there. You know, she could have made a little rip and go right up off the backboard and lay it in. But, you know, we got to just play our game.
Here's White with a little pass and cut through the lane there. She went up for the shot, got fouled. Go ahead, Mikey.
Well, I'm just going to say we're 4 minutes into this, and I would not be happy if I was the coach the way we're playing. I mean, we're lackadaisical. You know, I mean, how 6 shots on the possession before and we can't finish. I mean, it doesn't seem like we're focused and ready to go. We got to pick up our energy.
First one by White is good, makes it 5-1 as the Hornets get on the board here. Yeah, it's almost like you got to forget about last Thursday night.
Yeah, it's a new ball game. I mean,
5-2 now. Musketeers on top, left side to Llewellyn. Here's Gracie Lewis, back top to Madeline. Now here's to Ava, back to Madeline, left side to Gracie Lewis to Kaya. Kaya tries to go cross court, ball deflected, turned over. As Markham comes up with a basketball. Markham tries to go right side to Marion and throws it out of bounds. So another turnover for the Hornets.
and you know, Henryville, as many turnovers they've had and stuff like that, they're just down 3 points. I mean, one possession game. We're trying to force into Kaya too much instead of letting it just happen.
There's Kaya McKinley on the baseline, cross court down to Christina. Christina let another 3 go. Got it.
That's good movement right there.
8-2 now. Musketeers on top, 3:23 to go. Here's Henryville. Ball stolen away by Christina Knight. Christina dumps it down to Gracie Lewis. Off the glass, gets blocked. And Christina Knight comes back up with it. Baseline now to Gracie Lewis. Lewis will let 3 go. No good. Rebounded, long rebound by Madeline Llewellyn. Back to Christina Knight out top. Goes right side to Gracie. Back to Christina. Left side now to Madeline. Short corner to Kai McKinley. McKinley back to Llewellyn. Ball stolen away by Henryville, but she stepped out of bounds or gets called for a travel. Musketeer basketball, 2:53 to go here in the first, 8-2. Lady Musketeers on top of the Lady Hornets. Ava dribbles it across the timeline now. Now goes right side to Christina. Now the baseline to Gracie Lewis. Lewis back out top to Madeline. Madeline goes right side now to Gracie Lewis. Short corner now to Ava Souter. Souter back out top to Madeline. Left side to Christina. Short corner to Kai McKinley. She's going to be fouled by D'Angelo.
That's how you attack that baseline right there.
Rip and go.
You know, she's doing a nice job there. She's found Christina on a kick out, and then she tried to score there.
Ava Souter to trigger it in for the Musketeers. She'll get it into Kai McKinley. McKinley back out top to Christina. Kicks it out to Gracie Lewis. Now the baseline to Ava. Back to Gracie. Now left side to Madeline. Madeline goes to the high post to Ava Souter. Ball stripped away. Ball is fought for and come out of there by Christina. Christina Knight. Back to Gracie. Cross away. Short corner to Kai now. She'll drive. It's going to draw another foul. D'Angelo. She keeps going for that rip and gets off her feet there.
But the one thing I'm not liking is we're just expecting Kai to be there. We go from one side, hit the top of the key, reverse, and we're just throwing and expecting her to be open there. And if they make adjustments, we've got to look elsewhere. I mean, we're not even looking at the rim on that.
Here's Madeline to Gracie. Back out top to Madeline. Now Christina Knight. Back to Madeline. Gracie. Short corner to Kaya. Back out top to Madeline. Left side, right side now. Short corner to Ava. Dumps it over to Kai McKinley. She'll go up to the left side. No good. But she'll go back to the line to shoot 2 more free throws.
Little better ball movement there, but we've got to continue to look at the rim from the outside. Even though you missed 1 or 2, you got to be a threat to shoot it. You know, as a shooter, the next one's going in your mind anyway. So
Kaya's first one is good. So 9-2 now. We're under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Well, McKinley one more from the free throw line here. Try to stretch this out to an 8-point lead. Free throw is up and good. 10-2 now. Ball's up ahead to Markham. Markham dumps it down. Tries to dump it down to Marion. She recovers it. Now back out top to White. High post now for the Hornets. We'll get a foul called on McKenna Jeter. I think that's a good call. She had a lot of arm there.
Yeah.
So Henryville basketball. 4 fouls on Henryville, 3 on the Musketeers. Ball comes stolen away by Ava on the inbound. She'll get it off to Jeter. Jeter to Ava. Gets it inside to Kai McKinley. She'll roll over, lay it off the glass, and got it. I like it from right there.
Yeah.
I like it from right there better than that short corner right now. That's a timeout. Coach Guernsey, it'll be a 30-second timeout.
Well, you know, on the Henryville side, they're doing a better job of breaking the pressure. It's just when they get inside of their offense, they can't get nothing going to the rim, and they're not being able to finish. Down here, we just got to, you know, let Kaya go to work. I mean, you're patient. And I told my boys this last night. They started shooting outside shots 10 seconds into the possession because they were open. But I said, if you give it 20 seconds, we're going to get a layup. We got to show them same patience here on offense, and we'll get layups against this zone. The more you make it to work, the easier it's going to be to get that shot.
So, we didn't even play in this, Mike. You wearing the same jacket. I don't know. Guess that's good teamwork right there.
Well, you know, broadcasters, we keep it together.
Guess. Reminds me of Heartbreak Ridge when he told them they had to improvise and overcome. They had to wear the same shirt as he did. But I don't know. It's pretty good teamwork, I think. So Henryville basketball here, minute 15 to go. 12-2 now. Here's Markham. She'll dribble it out top. Almost double dribbled, but didn't. High post now to 51 here. McCaffey. Back to Markham. Markham will back it out. But she put a lot of pressure on these two freshmen, didn't she, Mikey?
Yeah, I mean, this is not the draw for her team that they needed out of the get-go.
Yeah.
I mean,
48 seconds. Ball hit.
I mean, it's a 10-point lead. You feel like you got a 30-point lead.
I know. Ball thrown out top here. As Harder recovers it. Right side to White. White will dribble back out top now. Gives it off to Harder. Top of the key. Back to Markham. Down to 36. Then McCaffey at the high post to White. White being guarded by Knight. To McCaffey at the top of the key. Ball stolen away by Ava Satter. She goes in from the right side, lays it off the glass. No good. Ty McKinley, the rebound, and one.
Was that a right hand?
Yeah, I think it was.
Kind of like when the younger kid trying to use his left hand. You get both hands in there.
I think if she'd shot that with all left-handed, probably would have got it blocked right there.
Probably.
Kinley with a three-point play here.
You got to give her credit. She didn't give up on the play.
Absolutely. 15-2 now. Down to 10. Markham across the timeline. Down to 6. High post to McCaffey. McCaffey goes to work. She's going to be fouled here when we bail her out.
Yeah, I'd say the second right there.
And I don't get that. I don't understand that right there. So 2.3 seconds. Is she not shooting? I guess not.
And I don't know why we're leaving Ava on the floor for her to pick that third up here with 2 seconds to go.
So, ball kicked out of bounds. Henry stays with Henryville. Looking, White throws it over top to Markham. Markham. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. A lot of aggressive defense there by Ava to close that quarter out. The score 15-2. Musketeers on top after one. We'll step away here. Word from our sponsors. Be back to you. You're listening to Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Are you tired of winter? Well, we've got deals to warm you up. They are smoking. So come check out our inventory online. We've got over 630 used cars available between our auto groups. You can find all of that inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546.
At John Jones CN City, you see so many because they pay so little.
All right, welcome back to Eastern Crawford County High School, Mikey. For the start of our second quarter here from Sectional 46, first quarterfinal here between the Lady Musketeers and Henryville Lady Hornets. 15-2 is our score. Mikey, what do you think about that? Well, I'll listen to your opinion first, and then.
Well, I thought the first 4 to 5 minutes was pretty sluggish by us. I thought the last 2 or 3 minutes we kind of picked it up on both ends. But defensively, we've got to get better. I mean, we've got 14 fouls just bailing them out, and we can't do that. We just got to play discipline. And on offense, we got to continue to look at the rim, take the outside shot when it's there, and if you knock the couple down, it's going to make it easier on the post.
Now I think we got to find that short corner with this zone that they're in, Mikey. Short corner to Kaya, back out top to Gracie now, left side to Jeter.
You look right there. I mean, look at Ava. You hit her right there, and she's open, and she can attack and put pressure on them to either that off wing either has to pick her up on the drive or stay home on the shooter.
There's Jeter now to trigger it in, gets it into Ava. Ava pulls up for the shot, no good. Kaya McKinley saves it inbounds, left side to Gracie Lewis. Back to Christina Knight, right side to Jeter, short corner to Ava. Dumps it down to Kaya McKinley with the right hand up and in.
She threw a rocket to her. She didn't have a choice. There's another foul, just not moving her feet.
Is that one on Christina or Ava?
I believe Christina, yeah.
Yep.
And here's the thing, we're starting second quarter, and they're 2 fouls from the bonus, and that's the only points is 2 free throws. Ava's got to be smart there.
You think, Mikey, this is a little bit, showing pressure like this is something we typically don't do? Do you think that's the fouls as a product of that, just not being used to playing a little bit?
I think it's partial to that. I think the other thing is you just beat this team by 40, and you anticipate you're just going to steal the basketball, and you think if I pressure them, I'm going to get a steal, I'm going to get a layup. It's kind of a little bit of selfish basketball because you're thinking of me.
Yeah. The turnover here.
Ava's fortunate there.
Yeah.
Give her credit. 2 fouls. She's still playing aggressive.
Here's McAfee up top, off to Markham. Markham now. McAfee at the high post. She'll go to work on Kaya McKinley. She blocks it away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hornets. 17-2 with 6:36 to go in the first half. White, the triggered in for the Henryville Hornets. Gets it in. Ball stolen away by Jeter. Breakaway, right side, off the glass. No good. Brought in by Kaya McKinley. She'll be fouled. Go back to the line to shoot 2 more. That's about 3 layups that we've missed. And, it gets to be crunch time here. We're down the road when we're not playing, depending on who we're playing, we're going to have to score those.
Yeah, I agree.
Because as well as I do, Mikey, what missed layups lead to is fouls, kids going over the back, and things like that, trying to get that offensive rebound. First free throw by McKinley is good, as Elizabeth Trueblood checks into the ball game along with Madeline Llewellyn. Second one by Kai is no good. 18-2, 6:25 to go in the half. Markham, hand off to White. White from the top of the key. She'll let 3 go and buries it. Don't think about it. Just shoot it.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Shoot it before you turn it over.
Elizabeth Trueblood now out top to Madeline. Now Christina. She'll tack, goes middle. Going to kick it out here, but she's going to draw a foul. It looks like on It's going to be on White of Henryville.
It'll be a 1-on-1, I believe.
So the Musketeers from the free throw line for the year shoot 64%. First one by Christina Knight is good, where she is a 74% free throw shooter. I have one more coming to her, and it is good. That makes it 20-5. Musketeers on top with 6 minutes left here in the first half. McCaffey, cross court now, off to Markham. And ball's thrown out of bounds. Back to the Musketeers.
So, question for you.
All right.
Does the 35-point rule apply once we get to postseason?
You know, I don't know, but I'm assuming it does. Elizabeth now right side to Christina Knight. Got to throw it to her right there.
Yeah.
There's Christina with a long three. No good. Rebounded by White. White off to Markham. Back to White. White on the left baseline. Top of the key to McCaffey's. 15-footers. No good. Rebounded out of there by Jeter. Up ahead to Christina. Christina. Floater. No good. Rebounded by McCaffey. Off to White. White thought about a three. Thought better of it. Now back to the top of the key to Harder. Right side now. To Teakin. To White. Inside to McCaffey. McCaffey goes to work. Back outside to White for another three, and she buries it again.
Might want to find her.
Might want to find her. Oh, for both teams.
Yeah.
20-8 now. 4:33 to go. Back inside after Elizabeth Trueblood. Now Llewellyn. Right side to Jeter. Now Christina Knight. Knight goes left side to Elizabeth. Elizabeth goes to high post to Llewellyn. Here's Jeter. Back to Christina Knight. Left side now to Elizabeth Trueblood for three. Got it. Timeout, Coach Guernsey. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step away here and word from our sponsors. Be back to you. You're listening to Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Jeff.
Yo, listen up. Papa John's is rolling out their New York-style pizza. The oversized pizza has 8 big foldable slices with just the right balance of crust and toppings. Order one today online, your Papa John's app, or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each New York pizza is $13 for a one-topping pie and is available for purchase until March 13th. The New York-style pizza is a classic that reigns supreme, so we're excited to offer consumers this foldable crust favorite made with our fresh, never-frozen dough. Stop in and see our new store manager, Shelby Lehman, today about setting up a fundraiser for your nonprofit event. Also, they're still hiring drivers and inside help. Apply online at harry.com, the HARRI.com. Remember, hot, fresh pizza is just a phone call away, 812-883-3369.
All right, welcome back to Crawford County High School here. 4:12 to go here in the first half. Musketeers on top of the Henryville Hornets, 23-8 after a three-point bomb by Elizabeth Trueblood. Ball stolen away by Llewellyn. She'll get it off to Jeter. Goes back to Elizabeth Trueblood. She dumps it inside to Kyle McKinley. She lays it in. Elizabeth plays with a lot of energy, you know.
Yeah. Now Jeter's picked up her second.
So that puts Crawford County in the bonus here from here on out of this half. White triggered in, looking for Markham. Nothing there. Finally gets it in. Ball stolen away by Trueblood. Trueblood's going to get called for a travel. A good job by Elizabeth. just got a little careless there. She was driving to the basket. Ball stolen away by True Blood again. Lays it off the glass to Jeter. Up ahead to D'Angelo. Stolen away by True Blood again. Off the glass by Knight. No good. Here's Henryville. Here's White. White with a hot hand right now. D'Angelo, left side to Markham. Markham going to be bumped by Kai McKinley. A little late hedge there, Mike.
Yeah, it was.
That will put Markham at the line for the Lady Hornets with the 1-and-1. Missed free throw by Markham, rebounded out of there by Llewellyn. Jeter up ahead to Elizabeth Trueblood, dumps it down to Kai McKinley. Up, no good. And it's batted out of bounds by Henryville and will stay with the Musketeers. Grace McBride checks into the ball game, and McKenna Jeter takes a seat here. Ty McKinley out top now to Madeline Llewellyn. Left side to Trueblood. Trueblood out top now to Knight. Right side to McBride. Back out top to Knight. Left side to Trueblood. High post to Llewellyn. Wasn't there, Mikey?
No, I mean, like I said, you got to be patient. It'll come.
Henryville now. D'Angelo out top to White. White shot fake, drives to the basket, lays it off the glass. No good, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. Another foul on Christina Knight.
Is that her second?
Oh, yeah, at least.
Racking up the fouls, you know. Yeah, it is her second.
So that puts White back at the line to shoot two here. First one is up and good.
Does she have all nine? I know that's seven. She's got 2 threes and a free throw. Who hit the first 2 free throws for them?
Did Markham?
Can't remember. She's got 7 other 9 right now.
First one's good by White. Second one is up and also good. That makes it 27-10 with 2.5 to go here in the first half. Christina lets a long 3 go and buries it again. We're talking rainmaker, Mikey.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, we're going to get a block.
That's a cheap one right there on that one.
Yeah. That's going to send Henryville back to the line. But the score 30-10 with 2:22 to go here in the first half. Sends Markham to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Markham has the first one. It's on the way and no good. Rebounded by Kai McKinley. She gets it off to Christina Knight. Knight, right side to Trueblood. Trueblood will let 3 more go. No good. Rebounded by Marion.
May not have been the shot we wanted right there.
A little quick. Here's White. Marion. Now McCaffey at the top of the key. Left side now to Markham. Markham now dribble back out top. Goes right side to Marion. Marion almost loses the handles. Trueblood's all over her. Here's baseline by Harder. Free throw line by McCaffey. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Grace McBride. Off to Christina Knight. Cross court to McBride. Back to Knight. Right side to Trueblood. Trueblood back out top to Christina. Left side to McBride. Short corner now to Ty McKinley. Cross to Elizabeth Trueblood. Now Grace. Short corner again. We're going to get a foul against McCaffey. That'll send Ty McKinley back to the line again for another 1-and-1.
Been her second home tonight.
Yeah. Well, I was looking here. Mikey, looking at these stats right here of free throws, and she shot, going into the night, 125 free throws.
Pretty good.
And she shoots 73% from the line. Free throws up by McKinley and good. I mean, she's obviously got decent touch as she hits free throws like she does. I'd like to see her develop a little bit of a jump shot, you know?
Yeah, and the thing that we've talked about it before, she shoots from the free throw line right-handed. But, you know, inside she will not use that right hand.
A turnover, Henryville, back to the Musketeers, 32-10, 109 to go here in the first half. McBride gets it into Christina Knight. Knight drives it in, right side to Trueblood. Trueblood will let three go. No good. Rebounded out of there by Marion. Off now to White. Under a minute. White walking across the timeline here. Goes left side to Marion. Finds a cutting Markham. Back to McCaffey at the free throw line. She'll go right side. Try to go off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Markham. Up. No good again. As Grace McBride's got a handle on it. Taken out of there by Kai McKinley. Off to Christina Knight. Down to 33 seconds. Here's Gracie Lewis. Right side to Christina. Christina drives down the middle. Dumps it down to Kai McKinley. McKinley up with it. No good. And McCaffey comes out there with the rebound with 20 seconds left in the first half. Down to 15. White from the left side. Step back. Nothing there. Goes back to Marion. Marion right side to Markham. We're down to 8. Here's McCaffey. Going to go back to work again. Going to draw another foul against Kai McKinley with 5 seconds to go in the first half. That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah. And we got 10 team fouls, and I would almost guess 7 of them are bailout fouls.
Yeah. Here's McCaffey's first free throw. Is no good. Announcer pronounced it McAfee. McAfee. Second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Grace McBride. Off to Christina Knight. Down to 1. Shots on the way by Trueblood, and it's no good. So that'll bring us to the end of the first half. Score, Lady Musketeers on top of the Henryville Lady Hornets, 32-10. We'll step away here, word from our sponsors. Be back to you in just a moment to give you first half comments from Mikey. You're listening to Lady Musketeer Basketball at WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, happy holidays to you, your family, your staff, and everybody with the IHSAA. We are back to wrestling and bouncing balls and doing everything that we can because we're about a month away from some championships in winter sports, are we not?
We are. You know, right around the corner, we've got girls swimming, wrestling, and the girls basketball sectional series all start within the next month. So, I mean, as we've talked before, teams had Christmas break to get their teams tuned up and all their stuff in for the year, and they got to go. They got to get better, and they got to get ready for tournament time.
Yeah, you mentioned a girls pairing show will be here before we know it.
Yeah, we'll be. It'll be a couple weeks out, and we'll unveil those brackets, and everybody will be sitting there at their watch parties and just seeing what their tournament draw is going to look like. You know what? I love following the kids and the coaches and the teams across the state when it comes to our tournament pairing shows, just because it's an excitement time. It's a time for gathering. You know, teams get together and watch you and your presentation, and absolutely we watch it on social media, and it's been incredible to watch the popularity of those drawing shows.
I know you're very kind. One of the things that we talk a lot about, obviously, are student athletes. That's why we're in business. But we also, you coached, I coached. We'll spend a little time talking about coaches. You know, holidays are just wrapped up. That's going to be one of the last times that coaches in basketball will have any significant time with their family until the tournament's over. And everybody thinks they know how to coach. That's part of being a Hoosier. That's part of your DNA. If you're a Hoosier, you understand basketball. But you and I both know how much it takes to do these things behind the scenes. And there's no way that coaches get the credit that they so richly deserve.
No, they don't. And, you know, I would tell you today that I sit in the seat that I sit in and get to do what I do because of a coach who took time in my life to mentor me, to challenge me, to teach me that I could be something that I didn't think I could be, found a little more of my game than I thought I could have. And, you know, those memories and those things that coaches do for kids is just phenomenal. And they do it selfless. They're not in it for themselves. You know, they're first of all, in most cases, they're teachers first. You know, they're worried about the classroom, the first degree kids are going to get in their life, that high school education. And, you know, I'm so thankful to do this in Indiana because we've got incredible coaches that care nothing more than about developing kids.
You make a great point in the sense that I often ask people to tell me who, besides their parents, was the most influential person in their lives and in their careers. And the overwhelming response is it was a teacher or a coach. And
no,
that's not by accident, for heaven's sakes.
No, it's not. And, you know, I've always, you probably know this gentleman, but there's a guy out there in my life named Herb McPherson who coached me for 2 years. And Coach came to North Posey High School when I was a kid and helped me grow so much. And I'll be forever indebted to what he did. And, you know, every time I see him, I thank him for what he's done for me as a human being. And there's certain people that you walk this life that you look at them and it doesn't matter how long you've been away from them, but you still address them as coach. And I think that's such a term of endearment and what people mean to them.
It's an exciting time. I used to think as a college coach, the month of January was the longest month of my life. But I think in the high school realm, it's an exciting month because you have tournaments. You're getting ready for tournaments. You need to get your game better. You need to improve individually and collectively as you head into the greatest time of the year, which would be tournament time for those of us in the basketball world.
It is, and you know, it's so exciting. And you're exactly right, Coach. You know, preparation is here. It's time, and you know, teams are going to suit them up, and they're going to play. And there's so much on the line when they play those tournament games. You know, if you play well, you move, you get to play the next day. But if you don't play particularly well that night, you know, so the season's over, and you celebrate the successes of that season. And you know, it's a time of a lot of joy. But there's also heartache involved because, you know, there's that special thing called high school basketball or high school athletics that just means so much to kids.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Yo, listen up. Papa John's is rolling out their New York-style pizza. The oversized pizza has 8 big foldable slices with just the right balance of crust and toppings. Order one today online, your Papa John's app, or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each New York pizza is $13 for a one-topping pie and is available for purchase until March 13th. The New York-style pizza is a classic that reigns supreme, so we're excited to offer consumers this foldable crust favorite made with our fresh, never-frozen dough. Stop in and see our new store manager, Shelby Lehman, today about setting up a fundraiser for your nonprofit event. Also, they're still hiring drivers and inside help. Apply online at harry.com, the HARRI.com. Remember, hot, fresh pizza is just a phone call away, 812-883-3369.
Commissioner Neidig, can I have a quick word?
Of course, Governor. What can I do for you?
Well, I just want to say thank you. For what, sir? For your service.
Well, Governor, you're welcome. And you know that I'm incredibly passionate about what we do at the IHSAA.
Oh, I do, and I share your passion. Without the IHSAA, we'd be without something incredibly important to our state's culture and to me, the boys and girls basketball state tournaments.
Without Hoosier hysteria, Indiana just wouldn't be Indiana, would it?
You're absolutely right, it wouldn't. And after all these years, I still can't seem to prepare myself for the excitement of the tournament.
Governor, the only way you can prepare for Hoosier Hysteria is by getting your ticket.
Oh, you know I'll be the first in line. Nobody does basketball like Indiana. This is high school basketball. This is Indiana. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Carrie, you know how we like to say that high school sports are the purest form of amateur sports?
Pure spirit, pure sport. That's Indiana High School Athletics.
Well, I learned something the other day that further proves that.
I'm interested. Tell me more, Chris.
Well, we all know what amateur means, but do you know the root of its meaning? It means for the love of.
Wow, you're right. That really does reinforce the idea that high school sports are the purest form of sport.
Dan, I'm IHSA Assistant Commissioner Chris Kaufman.
And I'm Assistant Commissioner Carrie Rosati.
If you want to watch sports in their purest form, get a ticket and go support your high school sports teams.
Everyone there, from the players and coaches to the fans and officials, they're there simply for the love of the game.
Pure spirit.
Pure sport.
This is pure spirit. This is pure sport. This is your IHSAA.
It's so good to have high school sports fans back in the stands this year, isn't it? I couldn't agree more. We've missed their cheers, their energy, their spirit, and their support. When you buy a ticket to high school athletic events, you're not only supporting your school's athletic department, you're also supporting your school's second classroom. That's because the court, the gym, and the pool. All right, welcome back to Crawford County High School here. We're at halftime of this first quarterfinal of Sectional 46. Lady Musketeers on top of the Lady Hornets of Henryville, 32-10. Mikey, first half comments, buddy.
Well, you know, starting with Henryville, they just got to continue just to play. They have nothing to lose. You know, they got high hopes on their freshmen. They got to continue to work with them. You know, and you hate to say this, but you're going to have to shoot it before you turn it over. Yeah. And, you know, it's the only way you're going to have opportunity to score is if you shoot it. You know, they did a good job of getting to the free throw line. And I thought they did a decent job defensively, but they just can't match Kaya in the post. For us, I thought, you know, the second quarter was a lot better with our pressure. We started getting some turnovers. But, you know, you talked about it. I mean, missed opportunities. I mean, I bet we missed a half a dozen breakaway layups. Fortunate enough, about half of them we cleaned up. But, you know, when you start playing your Crawford and Austin in this sectional, you're not going to get them opportunities, and they may come back to bite you. So, you know, we got to clean that kind of stuff up. But, you know, overall, you got to be happy you're sitting with a 22-point lead. You know, you feel like you're well in command.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Mikey. And that's the only thing I was going to touch on was basically the missed opportunities that we had on our breakaway opportunities, and then also the kind of the I don't want to say make it sound too bad, but lackluster start of you know, effort that I felt like that, you know, we finally there about midway through the first quarter, you know, decided that we was going to get after this thing, and I thought the girls responded a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
So it'll be Henryville basketball here to start this second half. The Musketeers will go back with their starters with Jeter, Llewellyn, Souter, Christina Knight, and Kai McKinley. White to trigger it in for the Hornets. She'll get it into Markham. Markham will drive it right. Back now to D'Angelo, as Harder will pick it up. Now back to D'Angelo out top. D'Angelo holds on to it, being guarded by Kai McKinley. Looking, got to be close to 5 there. She gets it off to White. Now back to D'Angelo on the right wing. D'Angelo being trapped by Souter and Knight. Splits defenders off to Markham. She lays it off the glass and got it. Not a very good job right there. We had her right where we wanted her in that corner, Mikey.
I mean, it was good defense, better offense, because she did a nice job of splitting it and finding it, the opening.
Now the Musketeers with their first possession in the second half, out top to Christina Knight. Right side now to Jeter. Short corner to Ava. Ava's got to go to the baseline there. They know she's coming to the free throw line there, and
Yeah.
they're kind of denying that.
And here again, it's the same start as the first half. We're just sluggish, and I guess kind of thought the game was over, and they've come out. No, they turned it over, but
it's Jeter. They'll get called for a double dribble.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers for us.
So White will trigger it in for Henryville. Goes to D'Angelo cross court. She'll drive it in from the left side. Takes a bump from Kaya. Now gives it back out to Harder. Harder at the top of the key now. Goes right side now to Marion. Marion now to Markham. Markham on the baseline will dribble it back out top. Markham looking for help. Gets it off to D'Angelo on the right wing. Takes her dribble up after 1. Now to White. White, ball stripped away. Kaya McKinley, spot 4. Rolls out of bounds. And it's going to be Eastern basketball.
You got to give Coach Guernsey credit down there. They're down 20, and she is still in them about doing what she wants to do. And,
Ava down low to Kaya McKinley. Good pass right there from out of bounds. You know it?
Yeah, I
saw that scene right there, and it's a great pass as Kaya McKinley's going to go back to the free throw line. And I believe shoot her 9th and 10th free throw of the night.
You're probably right.
McKinley's first free throw is up and good. Here's McAfee. Checks in and replaces D'Angelo. Kyle have one more coming to her. Second one is up and also good. 34-12, 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Ball's fought for, kicked out of bounds by Henryville, back to the Musketeers. That's the one thing I know Coach Guernsey's probably frustrated with is the unforced turnovers.
Yeah.
6 minutes. There's another turnover as Christina Knight walks with the basketball. It's because, we're programmed to where we're going, and they're finally getting in those passing lanes right there.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Wes. 3 turnovers in 4 possessions is not what we want, so.
Here's
a good back door by White.
Feed to White, off to Markham. Markham drives it in, stolen away by Christina Knight. Knight's on the run now. Right side to Llewellyn. Llewellyn goes cross court to Jeter. Now short corner to Kaya McKinley. She'll be bumped by McAfee again, and I know that's at least her 3rd foul. Actually, they've only got her for 2 here. Jeter triggers it in to Souter. Souter takes a bump. Off to Jeter, out top to Christina, left side now to Llewellyn, short corner to Kaya McKinley. McKinley back out to Llewellyn, now out top to Christina Knight. Knight to Llewellyn. Llewellyn will let 3 go. Got it! I think that's the first shot she's taken tonight, isn't it?
I agree.
Ball's deflected away. It'll stay with the Hornets. Henryville gets it into McAfee. McAfee now. Ball stolen away by Jeter. Jeter with a floater. No good. Ball's fought for. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay with the Musketeers.
And another point-blank breakaway layup that we ought to knock down. That's a bad angle going over the front of the rim.
37-12, 5:08 to go here in the third. Ball comes into Kaya McKinley. Out top to Jeter now. Right side to Knight. Knight drives middle. Short corner to Souter. Souter back out top to Jeter. Left side. Short corner now to Kaya McKinley. McKinley's going to get called for a charging foul. Pretty good job there.
Yeah, and Coach has been on her about getting down to that baseline and taking it away, and she did it right there. Kaya with her 3rd now.
White. Ball comes in to Harder, back to White. Musketeers still showing pressure. Ball's fought for. We're going to get a foul on Jeter.
That's the fouls you don't like as a coach. I mean, both kids going after it hard.
That's the third on McKenna. Both teams with 2 team fouls here in the second half. McAfee to Marion, back out top to Harder. Harder now to Markham on the left wing. She'll dribble back out top. Hand off to White. White, shot fake, dribbles up, slides it back out. Left side to Harder. Harder going to get an offensive foul on White. Not a real good start by either team here.
No, not really. I do think Henryville's playing a little bit harder. I mean, they're down 25. They're still getting after it. You got to give them credit on that.
As D'Angelo set to check back in at the next dead ball. Christina to Llewellyn, inside to Kai McKinley. McKinley up to the right hand, no good. Rebound fought for it and come out of there by Marion. Harder. Marion's going to get called for another travel here as turnover plagues at half so far, Mikey.
Need a good possession right here.
Musketeers up 25 now, 37-12, with 4:02 to go in the third. Middle's wide open, Mikey. Here's a three by Knight. She buries it again. Probably the best I've seen her shoot this year, Mikey. I think she's like 3 for 5, 3 for 4. Here's Christina. Step through, off glass. No good. Rebounded by Satter, off the glass and got it. Another missed layup, Mikey.
Yeah.
Ball's thrown out of bounds. Turnover, Henryville back to the Musketeers. Now it's really danger zone now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're down 30 and with
we're getting to that point where my question's going to be answered. That's short. More than short.
Probably not the shot you wanted either. Deacon checks in for the Hornets. White now across the timeline. 3:13 to go in the third. Back out top to Harder. Harder now gets the screen from D'Angelo. Now back to D'Angelo. Ball fought for, stripped away, picked up by Kai McKinley. Off to Ava Satter. Satter on the room now. Step through. Kicks it over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn will let three go. Got it! That was nice right there.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'd like to see Ava do more of that. You know, if she can't get to the rim, she does a really good job. You know, did a real good job there by finding the open shooter out here. So
yeah, she did.
So 45-12 with 2:50 to go here in the third. Mikey will keep it here for the time being. But yeah, almost identical start here in this third quarter as we had there in the first quarter, and finally we got it going here a little bit.
Well, you know, Madorn's been a big spark here in this third quarter with 2 threes, and Christina with 1. You know, that's 9 easy points, but you know, we've got to start finishing, and we've been fortunate enough that, you know, we've got them offensive rebounds and put them back in, but when we get turnovers, we got to convert off of them.
Yeah.
But, you know, and down here defensively, we've stepped it up a little bit. We're getting in passing lanes. We're, you know, hitting the help side where we can slap the basketball away. So, you know, you're up 33, you know, get through this quarter, and then you start thinking about resting players for the end of the week.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Burton there at halftime, and you know, I always talk to him every time I see him. But he's a good dude. You know, he does. You know, taking a little bit of a beating here this year with his team, but you know, I think he's got some teams in his deaneries around Providence coming in. I think he's got some pretty good talent coming in down there. So, you know, look forward here in the seasons to come. I don't know, 3 or 4 years here, what kind of teams he does bring to the table.
Yeah.
we know they're going to play zone.
Yeah, we're probably going to see zone the rest of the week, but
here's White for Henryville. Right side to Harder now. Ball stripped away by Jeter. Jeter on the run. Lays it off the glass. No good. Picked up by McKinley. She'll put it back in.
She's got 10 points just following this layup.
Yeah. Close to travel there by D'Angelo. Another one by White. No call there. Back to D'Angelo. Gracie Lewis set to check in to next dead ball. White back out top to Harder. Harder will set the offense up with 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. 47-12. Musketeers on top of the Henryville Lady Hornets. White with it on the left wing. Goes the high post to Markham. Markham drives in from the right side. Is going to be fouled by Ava Souter. Is that Ava's third?
I believe it is.
It'll be Ava's third foul, team's third, as Markham at the line to shoot two here. The first one up and no good. Mike, yes, like you said, if we get a little arch on that ball, it gives it a better chance of going in. As Llewellyn checks out, second one by Markham is good, as McAfee checks in and replaces D'Angelo with 1:56 to go in the third. 47-13. Jeter now to Souter. Right side to Christina. Christina will get called with a carry. Elizabeth Trueblood set to check in for the Musketeers. She'll come in and replace Knight. I thought it was 35, Mikey.
They just did a free throw.
Okay, it was 35.
And we didn't have a running clock at that point,
okay.
So I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that rule.
Well, we do now. We got one now. 47-13. 1:15 to go. Turnover, Henryville back to the Musketeers. One minute left. Souter now to Gracie Lewis. Right side to Elizabeth Trueblood. Trueblood back out top to Gracie. Now Jeter. Short corner to Kai McKinley. Back out top to Gracie Lewis. Now Jeter. Short corner again, McKinley. Goes to Ava. Now Elizabeth Trueblood for three. No good. Rebounded by White. Trueblood reach in here. We're going to get a foul on her with 32 seconds to go. That'll be the Musketeer, I believe. Fourth team foul. Harder to White. White spins. Backs it back out now. We're down to 17. Top of the key now. Harder with it. Looking inside. Under 10. Harder. Still dribbling. Down to 4. White with it. One dribble. Not going to get a shot off here. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Score 47-13. Lady Musketeers on top of the Henryville Lady Hornets. We'll step away here and work from our sponsors. You're listening to Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hey everyone, this is Taylor from John Jones Auto Group. We have some amazing deals this month at all of our GM service centers. This month, there are mail-in rebates on most all basic maintenance items, including batteries, engine air filters, cabin air filters, and brakes. The hurry in, the special ends February 28th. Call us at 1-800-473-5546 or come see us at any of our 3 GM locations in Salem, Scottsburg, or Crawford.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little. This is Becky.
Welcome back to Crawford County High School. Start of fourth quarter action here with first quarterfinal game. Musketeers Musketeers on top of the Hornets 47-13. Mikey, touch a little bit on this weather coming in possibly Thursday. Got word when I come here tonight that if the games are canceled on Friday, that they will play the semifinal game Saturday evening, but then the championship game will be played Tuesday night. So games are canceled Friday, be 2 games Saturday evening, and then championship game on Tuesday. So just stay tuned. Check the websites. I'm sure Coach Neekum.
And while you're talking about that, our boys game got moved from Thursday night to tomorrow night at Henryville. So we get to see Henryville again.
Yes, we do. So it'll be a 6 o'clock start tomorrow night over at Henryville for the JV game. Henryville basketball here to start this fourth quarter.
And it is a running clock, Wes.
Yep. White gets it into McAfee. McAfee on the left side, dribbles to the middle, picked off by Gracie Lewis. Lewis now to Jeter. Jeter off the glass and got it. Finish one, Mikey.
Yeah, good pass by Gracie Lewis there.
49-13. And we're going to get a travel on McAfee. You know, I do, and I hate it for these kids, but I do enjoy watching Coach Guernsey down here. She's coaching these kids up, you know, and, you know, it's hard to take 2, you know, to get the draw you got. You just come away with a loss like this last Thursday, and then you got to turn around and play the same team again in a tournament. That's tough. But
on top of that, when you're getting beat 36 points, you're still coaching. You know,
yeah.
You know, some coaches would have just, you know, sat down, all right, what do we got to do to get better for next year? But she's still coaching every second, every minute of this ball game.
As McAfee and T can take a seat, the ball comes into Markham. We're down to 6.5 minutes. Into D'Angelo. D'Angelo travels with it, no call. Too late for that, Mikey.
Yeah, they're going to start swallowing the whistle.
Back now to Harder. Harder now, up top. Hands it off to White. Goes to the high post now, and it's thrown away as Gracie Lewis comes up with it. Gracie over to Elizabeth Trueblood. Goes into Kai McKinley. Back out to Gracie. Now Jeter. Jeter will let 3 go. No good. Hits the top of the pole there. Out of bounds. Back to Henryville.
She struggled this year from the 3-point line, and it's hard. I just don't understand it.
Got one of the prettiest shots I've ever seen from a coach, you know. And Kylie Batts set to check in at the next dead ball for the Musketeers, along with Grace McBride and Bracy Jackson. White inside to D'Angelo. D'Angelo with a turnaround jumper, no good, and Kai McKinley comes out there with it. Jeter up ahead to Gracie Lewis. She'll drive in.
By Gracie Lewis.
That was a great move. She didn't hesitate, Mikey. She grabbed it and went, saw the opening, and get the chance to go to the free throw line here to shoot 2 free throws. Gracie Lewis at the line to shoot 2 here. First free throw is up and no good. As Jackson, Batt, and McBride will check in and replace Trueblood, Jeter, and Kai McKinley. Lewis with one more. Free throw is up and it falls through.
Good to see one go in for her right there.
A 30-second timeout here by Coach Guernsey. So, bar a miracle, Mikey, looks like we will, whenever it's played, be playing in the first semifinal game, whether it be Friday night or Saturday night.
Well, I'm going to be selfish.
Okay.
And I'm hoping it stays on schedule because I'm supposed to have my final game Tuesday night at home.
Yeah.
But it's against Salem as well, and you don't know what Salem girls are going to do.
That's true.
So, you know, I'm going to have to get on the horn in the morning to Mr. Collin and see if we can get this arranged for maybe Monday or something like that. But,
yeah, I think that's something that, you know, as sure as they are about this weather coming in, some weather or not. We don't know how much of what, but probably needs to be a discussion of that sooner than later. But
Yeah, I agree. But we didn't hear anything about Friday night, and we get 5 inches of snow. So
yeah. Down to 5 minutes, 50-13. Musketeers on top of the Hornets. D'Angelo with it out top. She'll go to Markham. Markham being guarded by Lewis. Off to now White. White being guarded by Kylie Back. Dumps it down low. Up with it. Got it.
this is our first minute.
I believe it is.
Little flex action right there.
And that goal by Mary Crick. Chance to convert the three-point play. Shots missed. Bracy Jackson comes up with the rebound, gets it off to Kylie Back. Back now with it out top, goes right side to Gracie Lewis, back to back, now Ava Souter. Souter to Lewis. Lewis with it out top, now left side to Grace McBride. Back to Lewis, right side to Kylie Back. Back, cross court now to McBride. McBride now to Gracie, now to Back. High post to Gracie Jackson. Ball stolen away by White. Turnover Musketeers. White with it out top.
Ball by Ava stepping in there.
Great defense. Here's Back now. Across the timeline. To Ava. To Grace McBride. Back out top to Gracie Lewis. Now Kylie Batt on the right wing. Batt cross court now to McBride. McBride stolen away. Here's White. Pull up jumper. No good. Gets her own rebound. Goes in from the right side. No good again. As Kylie Batt comes out of there with the rebound. She'll get it off to Ava Souter. We're down to 3:45 to go in the contest. Ball's kicked off her foot.
Somehow going to stay with us off that.
It looked like it went off our foot, but we'll take it.
A little ricochet action.
Kylie Batt triggered in for the Musketeers. Throws it into Bracy Jackson. Back to back now. All right, shoot it. Here's Grace McBride. Right wing to Gracie Lewis. Kylie Batt. Gracie, right side now to Grace.
I don't think any of them want to shoot it.
Yeah. Here's Kylie Batt.
They never had to tell me when I got in.
Jackson. Jackson steps through, and she's going to be fouled and going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
This is free time to let it fly if you're into this time.
Well, and as I'm calling Kylie Batt, I'm having flashbacks of you. There's no way you get that much daylight and don't let it go.
There ain't that much time. I mean, I was just sitting there. Come on, give me the ball.
Bracy Jackson at the line with 2:59 to go in the contest.
I check in with 6 minutes to go. I'm thinking, how many shots can I get up?
Bracy with the first free throw is good. Sydney Patton set to check in for the Musketeers. After this free throw, it's up and no good. Rebounded by Ava Souter. Cross court now to Grace. Back out top to Kylie. Back to Grace. Grace McBride for a three. No good. Rebounded by Crick of Henryville, and she gets it off to Harder. Here's McAfee with it. McAfee off to Crick. Crick tries to dump it down low to White. White now. Back to Harder. Harder to White. Over to D'Angelo. To Harder. To D'Angelo. Dumps it down to Crick. Off the glass. No good. Ava Souter with a rebound. Off to Kylie Batt. Batt up ahead to Grace McBride. Back to Batt. Now Souter. Right side to Gracie Lewis. Here's Ava. Now Kylie Batt will let three go. Bank shot. Got it.
I didn't teach her that one, but we'll take it.
It looked good when it left her hand.
Oh, yeah, I knew it was a bank from the time it left her hand. You're right.
54-15, 1:41 to go. Ball goes into Crick. She goes to work, throws it up. No good. Grace McBride.
Right here, Coach needs to call timeout. Get Ava out.
Yeah.
Let Sydney get in. Thought we was going to get 2 for $1.
Here's White. Off the glass, no good.
Good defense
There's
right
your
there.
timeout.
Good defense, not the foul right there.
Sydney Patton will check in, and I would assume she's replacing Ava.
Yeah, I would think so.
It'll be a 30-second timeout. It's good to see, Bracy and Kylie come in and score here late in the game. And
well, it's a luxury to have a group what you have. The freshmen, sophomores right here, basically, that you can rest your upperclassmen and, feel comfortable. They've maintained a, 40-point lead, basically. So, well, probably their 8th grade coach would help them do that.
The back, now to Patton. Left side to McBride. Back out top to Lewis. Now Bat on the right wing. Looking for the high post. Cross court now to Grace McBride. Back out top to Gracie Lewis. She'll let 3 go. No good. Rebounded out of there by Crick. McAfee. Marion. As Emma Dean set to check in. Goes up for the shot. Be fouled by Bracy Jackson.
Oh, Emma's excited to get in.
There.
She's not even waiting on the official. She is fired up and ready to go with.
That's awesome. My bad. That's good stuff there. As McAfee goes to the line to shoot 2, she banks the first one in as Emma Dean will come into the ball game and replace Gracie Lewis.
Second interest for Emma Dean on that.
Curtain call. Emma Dean with a rebound. Off to Kylie Bat now. Musketeers up 38 now. To McBride for a 3. No good. As McAfee at the rebound down to 37 seconds left in the ball game. Off to Marion. Marion will let a long 3 go. No good. And the out of bounds to the Musketeers. Clock's running here. We're down to 22. Bat now. Right side to Sydney. Sydney now to Grace. Grace McBride out of bounds. Turnover back to the Hornets. And that's probably going to be the ball game, Mikey. As Marion gets it in. Here's a last shot by Henryville, and it goes in. So that's the ball game.
Final score identical.
Final score from Crawford County here in quarterfinal action. First game, 54-18. Lady Musketeers over the Henryville Hornets. We'll step away, hear a word from our sponsors. Be back to you. Get your final thoughts from Mikey. You're listening to Lady Musketeer Basketball and WSLM out of Salem, Indiana.
From WSLM, I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. We're going into February, and us here at John Jones have some sweetheart deals for you as customers. We've got over 75 trucks on the lot between our auto group, as well as many more new vehicles coming in from Chevrolet, Buick, and Cadillac. Also, feel free to check out our Chrysler inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com, where you can find several Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Fiat, among other models along our pre-owned categories. Or give us a call at 877-473-5546.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little. This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here at the beautiful John Jones showroom in Salem, Indiana for the John Jones Auto Minute.
Hello, and this is Jalen Hoare over at John Jones in Salem, Indiana. Are you tired of winter? Well, we've got deals to warm you up. They are smoking. So come check out our inventory online. We've got over 630 used cars available between our auto groups. You can find all of that inventory online at johnjonesautogroup.com or give us a call at 877-473-5546.
At John Jones GM City, you see so many because they pay so little.
It's time for the Commissioner.
Yo, listen up. Papa John's is rolling out their New York-style pizza. The oversized pizza has 8 big foldable slices with just the right balance of crust and toppings. Order one today online, your Papa John's app, or call the Salem location at 812-883-3369. Each New York pizza is $13 for a one-topping pie and is available for purchase until March 13th. The New York-style pizza is a classic that reigns supreme, so we're excited to offer consumers this foldable crust favorite made with our fresh, never-frozen dough. Stop in and see our new store manager, Shelby Lehman, today about setting up a fundraiser for your nonprofit event. Also, they're still hiring drivers and inside help. Apply online at harry.com, HARRI.com. Remember, hot, fresh pizza is just a phone call away, 812-883-3369.
All right, welcome back to Crawford County High School. Final score of this first game of Sectional 46. Our Lady Musketeers come away victorious over the Henryville Lady Hornets 53-18. 54-18, excuse me. Mikey, I thought we did a lot of good things there, at certain times of the game, but I think Coach looks back at this game and really looks at the start of our first and third quarters and how we were kind of complacent a little bit, I thought there. I don't think it was so much, it looked like effort, but it was just kind of just going with the flow there.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree. I mean, I thought they played extremely hard, and we're not saying that. I think sometimes when you try so hard to do something you're not used to doing, you kind of get contemplating what you're doing, and but granted, we came out. I thought we played exceptionally well the last 5-6 minutes of that third quarter. I thought Madeline Llewellyn came in there in the third quarter was a big lift. And Kaya's Kaya, she's going to be a matchup challenge all the way through this sectional for teams. And I thought that the biggest thing, besides kind of getting the robotic modes, but we had a little bit more movement on our zone offense to give us a little more opportunity. But we've got to learn to be ready to shoot the basketball and shoot. If you miss one, who cares? Be ready to shoot the next one. And but I thought we did a lot of good things for a team that really hasn't pressed. Jump and ran on the half court press and all that. We did a pretty decent job. Still got some work to do on bailing them out. Being a cleaner there on defense, but you're consistent. You give up 18 points Thursday night, you give 18 up here tonight. So,
and I would say probably half of those points, Mikey, that Henryville got was probably from the free throw line.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, and they had 18, and I would say one girl had 12 of them.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is, and I think Coach will touch on this with the team is as we go further along in there, especially, Providence is going to be physical, regardless of their talent and skill level. They're going to play physical. And then if you get to the championship game, both of those teams, Crawford County and Austin, they know us very well. We've seen, Crawford County is very accustomed to playing us this time of the year. So, we got to finish layups. We got to finish layups through contact. And a lot of these layups we missed tonight wasn't even through contact.
And they're not through contact, and they're on the right side, on our strong side.
Yeah.
And, and here's the thing you look at. It's kind of unique. We're going for a 4-peat. To get the 4-peat, we've got the 3-peat against Crawford County every year. They're tired of getting that runner-up basketball, so we're going to have to be more focused because the message this week is to get to us, and they stop that streak. So we can't be satisfied. We can't think because we're the only team coming in with a winning record, and on John Harrell we're predicted to win. That they're going to hand us the trophy and let us cut the nuts down whenever this championship game is.
Well, I've talked to Coach Broughton there before the game started, and I told him good luck. I always like Coach Broughton. I think he does a really good job down here. But I said, hey, good luck this week. Hopefully we'll see you Saturday night. And he said, yeah, I hope so too. So, he's looking he's wanting to play us.
And here's the other thing: he wasn't there due to COVID the first time we played him this year. So, you know, and that's when you don't have your head coach, things are different. You know, there's that routine, that voice you're used to. So, but I'll let you talk to Coach here, and then we'll get on here and do the final stats.
Okay. Yep, it's Coach McBride stepping up here and have a word with us. As he climbs around here, we're kind of up here in the scores bench here. Thanks for stopping by, Coach, and chatting with me a little bit. Hey, congratulations on that first round win. Always good to get that first one underneath your belt there. Talk a little bit about tonight's game. A couple things that I wanted to get your comments on was I thought your team got out to a little bit of a slow start there in the first and third quarters, and not necessarily lack of effort, but just kind of looked a little bit lackadaisical to me, but really had a really second half of that third quarter I thought was some of the best basketball that you played all night long. You know, talk about, I know you'll address this, the missed layups. Yeah. You know, obviously Kaya was on the receiving end of some of those and got to clean them up for you, but I know that's something that you're going to. And then your team, talk a little bit about the pressure. You know, you don't, this team doesn't press a whole lot, but you were able to do that and speed Henryville up tonight. Talk a little bit about how you thought your team did tonight with that.
Well, to go, you know, to address the first thing as far as like the start of the game, start of the third quarter, the choppiness of the game was the result of, you know, whistles, fouls, turnovers. You know, what we were trying to do was create the tempo, the pace that we wanted. And, you know, Henryville does a good job of, you know, when they do get it across half court, they're going to run their offense almost as if they're really not looking to shoot a whole lot. And that's the same thing we're going to see Friday with Providence. You know, so it becomes choppy. It becomes a challenge, you know, because, I mean, the only thing we can do is let them try to shoot, and we don't want to do that. But, you know, at that point, it's just a matter of trying to get deflections on passes. But the choppiness of the whistles and everything at the start of the third quarter made it challenging. You know, but was pleased with, you know, the effort we played with. The effort created those layup opportunities off of our pressure. And for the life of me, man, I asked them, I said, do we need to do 1 minute finish moves any more than we already do? Because, you know, and of course they all get a, you know, kick out of that because we do 1 minute finish moves every day. And we work on finishing off 2 feet. We work on finishing through contact. And, you know, we've talked about the ball's got to get higher than the top of the square, you know, and touch the top of the square. They did a good job of it tonight. They just didn't fall, man. I mean,
you know, one thing about talking about your offensive stuff against this zone, it seemed like to me that the offense was a lot. The ball reversals, the short corner passes to the high post was a lot quicker tonight. Like they was really getting the defense moving down here. Do you feel like that was the case and opened up some more opportunities for you?
Yeah, we always talk about when teams play zone, we want the ball to be the most athletic thing on the floor. And the ball moves faster than players do. And we do a good job of moving the basketball. Now, what we've got to have is a recognition of scoring opportunities just a little bit quicker. I thought Henryville did a good job of trying to take away our short corner rip. So we talked at halftime about faking the rip and going over the top to the front of the rim and making that adjustment and just diving our high post out of there. And, you know, so then all of a sudden the high post was open again, and Kaya listened to me at halftime say, don't even worry about the high post. Just let her get out of there and go. And so she wasn't looking for it, you know, and again, sometimes they take things so literally. Yeah. And I don't want to ruin their basketball IQ. I want them to still play smart. If they see something, take it. You know, it's not always exactly the way I say it, but sometimes they just are so literal with their interpretation of things. But, you know, it was a good effort to move the basketball the way we did, get, you know, various shots from different people was the good thing.
Well, the one last comment I'd like for you to touch on was it seemed like, I can't remember exactly which quarters they were, but right there with seconds left on the clock, we bailed them out with a foul call right at the end of the quarter. Is that something that you get frustrated with, you know, with bailing them out there, or is it just being aggressive?
want to bail them out. Henryville kind of used the angle of their body a couple of times. The big girl got one down here on Kaya in the first half, and then the girl got one on Ava in the third quarter, I think it was. And it was just the angle where they're, I even told the officials, it's like they're hoping for a bailout call right there, But we've got to do a better job of not getting the ticky-tack fouls, And we had every starter with 2 fouls in the first half. I mean, we've got to avoid that, but obviously we're trying to press, we're trying to create tempo, and it's going to test our bench a little bit. And with Kaylee and Anna still out, it's, different girls are getting an opportunity to play a little bit more. So hopefully we get Kaylee back Saturday, and that gives us a little better rotation and a little more, just presence in the paint a little bit.
But opportunity tonight, obviously, with this marginal victory, you got a chance to get some of your younger players in, get some good minutes tonight. A lot of them got an opportunity to score, from the free throw line. Bracy Jackson, I think Kylie Banks in that 3, and Gracie Lewis did a nice job ripping and getting to the rim there on that layup. I thought, but there's a chance to rest some of your players here going into Friday night too.
Yeah, it was a chance. And I was trying to get certain lineups in the game together so that way girls were comfortable in their role, and to do that, sometimes I got to leave Kaya or Ava in a little bit longer just so that way we still have somebody in the middle of that zone, so that the girls are comfortable in the spot they're in while they're in there. I don't want them to go in there and be uncomfortable.
Well, got Providence Friday night here coming in, an opponent that you're very familiar with, and then the style that they play, Coach Burton, what he does. Talk briefly about what we got, what we can expect from that ball game Friday night.
Well, again, it's going to be 2-3 zone. They're going to play some passing lanes, and we're going to have to do a good job of using pass fakes, ball fakes, and finding gaps and attacking a little bit more. Like I said, defensively, we're just going to have to really speed them up and not let them just run offense, forever. The biggest thing there is deflections and rotation defensively. One of the things we were trying to do early in the third quarter was trap more on the sidelines. We did the one time, and they still split it and got a layup. We're going to have to play with energy and tempo, try to create the tempo to what we want. Try to get us in the 50s, quickly as we can. Hopefully, making more layups off of turnovers.
Well, Coach, appreciate you stopping by. Again, congratulations on the first-round victory here in Sectional, and look forward to being back here Friday night and watching the girls compete against Providence at 6 o'clock. Did talk to Coach Broughton as I walked in and kind of give me a schedule update, which I'm sure you've already got that too. If things get the weather comes in and they cancel these games Friday, they're going to play 2 games Saturday and then come back on Tuesday and play the championship game. So I didn't know. And he said that the IHSA is kind of doing that as a pattern. That's what all of them are going to do, so nobody gets an advantage in the regional.
Yeah, they're trying to, but it's every part of the state is going to be different. Yeah. And what was it, 2014? I think when we won sectional at home, Friday night was canceled, and we played Saturday morning, Saturday night.
Yeah,
did it all in one day. So you're just going to have to do what you have to do, but I don't know that. I mean, they talk about waiting till Tuesday for that championship game to give you a chance to practice. Well, that particular year, actually, what was it, 2019, when we beat Crawford at home, we played Friday, Saturday, Monday. We've won 3 straight games in the sectional without so much as a practice, And so now they're starting to try to plan ahead for everybody to do it together. But, hey, we've run the gamut. 2 games in 1 day, 3 games in 3 days with Sunday in between and no practice. So whatever they say, we're going to be ready for it.
Well, I do want to, since you brought it up, just real quick, I'd like that for you to kind of touch on if things like that happen and, you play those bam, bam, bam games back to back and you don't get practice opportunities, how much at this time of the year do you practice? Are you watching more film than you're actually practicing, or what are you doing with that?
Yeah, I mean, our practices are an hour and a half.
Yeah.
That's all they are. And 15, 20 minutes of that is skill work. and then 15, 20 minutes of it shooting. So we're really only going like 40 minutes, if that, over stuff as far as on the floor. But, yeah, we're watching a lot of film. We're still getting in the weight room with our strength coach, and he's doing a lot of foam rolling stuff and just, getting some soreness out, recovery days. We're going to be back in the weight room tomorrow. So, the girls know the schedule. We're in shape. There's not a question about that. It's just a matter of keeping them healthy and getting them feeling good.
I appreciate you stopping by, Coach, and chatting with us here. Get home, get some rest. I know you're interested in this game. You're going to watch a little bit of it. But look forward to seeing you Friday night. And hopefully back up here again, moving on to the championship game of this sectional. But, again, congratulations, and we'll see you Friday night.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach. That's Coach Mike McBride, head coach of the Eastern Lady Musketeers. We appreciate him stopping by and chatting with us, as always, here. And we'll get Mikey back on the radio here and go through some post-game stats here for you. And we'll send it back to the radio station as Mikey's coming in here. Welcome back, Mikey.
Was y'all going to call this game too, or
Well,
what?
we thought about it. I don't think he's going to stay too long for this one. So, but
y'all break down every play.
I asked him about the layups, and then the first and third quarter starts and stuff, and then how he will address that. But you want to go over them post game stats for me?
Yeah. Well, first for Henryville, leading the way for them in scoring was Hillary White with 10, Ella Llewellyn with 2, Miley Markham with 3, Mary Cricket with 2, and Allie McCaffey with 1 for a total of 18. For the Musketeers, they were led in scoring by Kai McKinley with 19. Then second in scoring was Christina Knight with 11. With 6 apiece was McKenna Jeter and Madeline Llewellyn. Ava Souter with 4. And then coming in was Elizabeth Trueblood, Kylie Batt with 3 apiece. And then Gracie Lewis and Bracy Jackson with 1 apiece for a total of 54.
Good scoring throughout the lineup there, Mikey, with balanced scoring, and good to see Christina, be able to put some points on the board. When Ava ended up with tonight 4. So, kind of picked up that slack that maybe Ava didn't give us tonight. Christina was able to chip in 11 there and get 19 out of Kai, and I'm sure 9 of those were probably from the free throw line or so.
Yeah.
But any last thoughts from you before we send it back to the station?
No, switch gears, be ready for boys tomorrow night, and then wait to see what Mother Nature does to us. And we'll either be back here Friday or Saturday, hopefully, Wes, and get ready to hopefully move on to that championship game.
I agree with you. Again, tomorrow night from Henryville, boys, JV, and varsity basketball. 6 o'clock tip-off for the JV, as we'll come on the air probably around 7:15 for varsity action. But for Mikey and Wes, final score from Crawford County, sectional 46-9, our Lady Musketeers 54, the Henryville Lady Hornets 18. You've been listening to Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM out of Salem, Indiana. And I say God bless and good night.